And back for you Twitch viewers. Okay, so going to the observatory. Yeah, Lumas are very, very strange creatures. You know, you think something that you know, can transform into anything. You know, like a slingshot that can send you light years across a galaxy. You know, or can become a whole galaxy itself. Would have a whole lot of power. You know, enough to challenge Bowser, and then, you know, form an unstoppable army that can ransack the entire universe, throwing all of it under the dominion of Rosalina, casting the universe into a tyranny that will that will last forever. You know, they have to have quite a bit of energy to, you know, form a new galaxy. Yeah, for those of you who haven't played, you'll see that later. Of course, it's only the really fat ones that can do that. Oh yes, the time when, you know, Petty Piranha was still trying to be pushed as a, you know, as a major enemy in the Mario universe. Yeah, we don't see much of it anymore. More great music. Ah. Sorry, I have to take a brief break from the music. Oh yeah, these sections were pretty cool. You know, you get to follow musical notes and, you know, recreate classic Mario music. I thought that was a really nice touch. And cheat mode activated. Oh no, I can't bring back the star bits. Even though you really don't do anything with that. Yeah. Here we go. I never really looked at the backgrounds of, you know, Super Mario Galaxy before, but yeah, it's kind of interesting that you have you know, you're above a giant planet. All those little planetoids right there. Anyway, we're good. Oh, so many feels with this music. Yeah, like seriously, I think this sort of music is, you know, stuff that's so good it can make you cry. Yeah, and I'm not ashamed to admit that. Yeah, yeah, music can be so beautiful that it can make you cry. Okay, how about if I stop derping around, focus on the game. star bits instead of spun. There we go. Now, I do find it disappointing that that the game technically doesn't have any planets that you can go into orbit around for, you know, forever. I mean, sure, it would break the game, but come on, I just want to do this just once. I mean, you can get pretty close with it with Toad's ship, though. Ha! Get that rock. Yeah, unfortunately, the room I'm recording in is shaped in such a way where, you know, where I'm sitting right now is not... No, I can't reach the sensor bar. So I have to extend my arm out whenever I want to do that. But hey, you know, it just builds up strength. And I'm a gamer, I gotta find a way to work out somehow. Let's see. So anyways, if anyone's wondering why I chose Super Mario Galaxy 2 to do as a Let's Play, you know, specifically my first Let's Play, well, I was playing Super Mario 3, you know, 3D World. And, you know, when you get later in the game, they start having levels that feature the Gusty Garden Galaxy thing, which is, you know, like, almost unarguably the best score in this game. You know, so then I just got nostalgic about it, and I wanted to play it. So, actually, at first I wanted to play Super Mario Sunshine because I don't know. I guess I just saw it mentioned before while I was watching some stuff online. And, you know, I was waxing nostalgic over that too. Anyway, I'll get back on my point in a little bit, but I'd have to say it's a very interesting, you know, design mechanic that they incorporate gravity into how to defeat this thing. You're casting the ball away from the planet for gravity to send it flying back. Okay, anyways, as for why I chose Super Mario Galaxy. Well, yeah, I already stated my reason, but I can also say this. Originally, I wasn't the biggest fan of the game. You know, yeah, I already mentioned I had my reservations about the game at first. You know, but you know, at the time, I thought it was a good game, but you know, I had some problems with it. Like the hub world was very disappointing and small compared to, you know, Peach's Castle in Super Mario 64. You know, that's the first Mario game I remember playing, so of course I'm going to compare it to that. You know, I like the more open, you know, open level structure that you know, Super Mario 64 had. You know, this, it's a bit more linear. I was just being hipster. I was thinking Super Mario 64, the first 3D Mario was, of course, the best one. I really didn't appreciate, how significant, the gravity mechanics in this game were. And, the type of atmosphere they're going with.
Yes!
Trying to go for more of a a grand scale adventure in this game. Compared to the confined, the more confined adventures in Super Mario 64. Your journey is occurring across space. And the orchestral score in the game really helps to bring that point home. If that makes sense. I don't know, it's really hard to communicate, how a game can tap into, just basic, well, not basic, I mean, it's the complicated emotions. But, anyway, I'll just stop talking about that right now. I just can't put it in words. But anyway, I just recognized what this game was trying to do. As time went on. I really appreciated the different tone, the different mechanics that they had in this game. Of course, my young, stupid self didn't appreciate the masterful music in this game. I didn't even remember the Gusty Garden Galaxy thing. Oh. Oh, what a poor fool I was. Oh yes. Here are the things that can create new planets or galaxies. Oh, that was 100, right? Yes. Alright, so I need to plan it out some more. That's it. Anyways, okay, just finally start my sentence here. Okay. Click those star bits, and okay. Anyway, a lot of people say that, okay, maybe I can finally spit out my point. Okay, a lot of people say that the Mario series is very stagnant, that each game is the same. And well, when you think about it more, that's really not the case. know, Super Mario Brothers was very different from Super Mario Brothers 2. You know, because technically they were different games from the get-go. And what else? You know, also Super Mario Brothers 3 introduced things like world maps, you know, more diverse power-ups. You know, but also I think this is the main point, that it introduced very different environments from the first game. Yeah, you had more varied environments. They're going from castles to sky worlds to deserts, you know, whatnot. You know, it wasn't all just a bunch of bricks. Now that Super Mario World, you know, that changed the aesthetic yet again. You know, you got But anyway, you know, all those Mario games were very aesthetically different. You know, and that's actually kind of important because, you know, aesthetics create a very distinct feel in a game. You know, Super Mario World had the more tropical-esque themes going on to it. Yes, I'm trying to make yeah, you know, I'm trying to make a very precise argument while playing the game. It doesn't work out well, so you know, sorry if I ramble. But anyways, yes, those early games were mechanically very similar. You know, then you had Super Mario 64, which, you know, by its you know, 3D design had to be very different. You know, it was no longer a game just about completing, you know, and furthermore, it was a game no longer just about completing levels, but you know, exploring a world. Sweet. There. Okay. You know, so anyway, yeah, that makes it a very distinct Mario game from its 2D counterparts. You know, then they have Super Mario Sunshine, which, well, yeah, you should probably all know why that was very different. I mean, it was, you know, very similar to Super Mario 64, but again, very aesthetically different because it had a lot of tropical themes going on, and plus it tried to tell much more of a story during each level. You know, like ridding a hotel of booze, or you know, cleaning up a beautiful area that's been polluted by some nasty paint. Come on. Yes! Anyway, yeah, and also, you know, stars in Super Mario Sunshine were, you know, took a lot longer to get because you had to, you know, solve the problems of the people who lived on the island. Yeah, that's very different from, you know, being cast in a, you know, a small confined world of Super Mario 64. You know, and then Super Mario Galaxy came out, which, you know, tried to go back more to a linear progression of the original Mario games, but still have you know, the big expansive worlds for people to go through. You know, they're trying to balance it. Oh, cool. Also, just all the mechanics, that emerge through the gravity system. All the aesthetic choices that can be made when you have, just floating islands or, otherwise just floating parts in space. Or a planetoid that doesn't have to be, it doesn't do anything special with gravity, but which is, everything doesn't have to be connected. Like everything doesn't have to be flat. There can be holes everywhere leading to an abyss of nothingness. Yeah, because the whole galaxy planetoid. Planetoid design in Super Mario Galaxy allows that. It's it's permitted with how they constructed their worlds. Yeah, but anyway, my main point is that each Mario game has introduced some either very significant mechanics or very different aesthetic choices, or both. Then of course, they changed the formula again with Super Mario 3D Land and Super Mario 3D World, where it's like a classic Mario game, but in 3D environments. You have a time limit. You only go to each world once to complete one objective. Get to the end. Get to the top of the flag. But yeah, again, that's very distinct from the other 3D Mario games. But also very distinct from the other 2D Mario games. Because they have more 3D worlds that you can explore more, which are much more varied in design. Now, of course, if you bring up New Super Mario Brothers, yes, those are completely similar. Yeah, those are very repetitive. Oops, didn't want to do that, but whatever. Sorry, those are very redundant. They do the same thing that the previous games did, or otherwise they didn't change things up. yeah. So sorry, I had to restate my point 3 different ways. Hey, again, playing game and commenting is a lot harder than it looks. Have you ever, watched the Let's Player? Not be able to do like the simplest thing in a game. But when they're trying to talk and entertain their audience, it's hard. Okay, but anyway, again, digressed from my earlier point. Yes, I just hope I, at least convinced you that, Mario games are not as similar as they seem. There really is a whole lot of different stuff that goes into them, whether new mechanics or new level designs, gameplay styles, linear levels versus open worlds, and whatnot. Woot! Yeah, I hate these little blue, yellow polka dot whatever they're called. They're like this game's version of the Goomba. cool. You know, except, you know, they just combined a Goomba with an Octorok. You know, made them more aggressive and, you know, made their movements more unpredictable. Oh! I'm paying attention. Oh, speaking of Zelda influences, game of tennis, anyone? Yes! Alright, and yeah, I think that does it for the Good Egg Galaxy. Yeah, very good starting galaxy for the game. You know, along with that introductory section. You know, they reinforce. You know, they reinforce the planetoid concept that, you know, the level is broken up into different little tiny planets. You know, other levels don't do that, but you know, it's the main thing of this game. That, you know, that the player is going to be going to you know, very different locations that can either be, you know, small or large, and they need to adapt to that. You know, each one's going to have different things to do with gravity, different objectives on each one, and yeah, when you just cast a player right into that, you know, something like Good Egg Galaxy, I think it works well. But anyways, I'll end this section of the video here, and yeah, that's it for me streaming tonight. Anyway, yeah, just look for more Super Mario Galaxy in the future, and thank you for watching. Bye bye.